Going into the last day of the American League pennant race in 1967, the Minnesota Twins and Boston Red Sox were tied for first place. Detroit Tigers were only a half a game behind. And the Twins and Red Sox were involved in a season-ending series at Fenway Park. In the final game of the season, the Red Sox were trailing Minnesota 2-0 after 5.5 innings. But they strung together 4 straight singles by Longboard, Adair, Dalton Jones, and Carl Yastrimsky to begin to claw their way back. And now with the game tied, Ken Harrelson, on a fielder's choice, knocked in Dalton Jones to give the Red Sox the lead. Minnesota changed their pitcher. Al Worthington came in. 2 wild pitches, a strikeout, a walk, and then Reggie Smith reached on an error to complete, driving in 3 more runs. And the Red Sox left that inning with a 5-2 lead. The Twins came to the top of the ninth, trailing the Red Sox 5-3. Ted Eulander reached on a single, but Rod Carew rolled into a double play, and Rich Rollins popped out to the shortstop, completing the impossible dream season that saw the Boston Red Sox go from a 9th place finish in 1966 to first place in 1967. Today, Lee Stang and the Boston Red Sox will take on Jim Perry and the Minnesota Twins in Game 3 of the American League season, the 1960s. Hello everybody, this is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics, bringing to you Week 3 of the American League 60s season. The 1965 Twins and the 67 Boston Red Sox. We've had the starting lineups. We're ready for the first pitch of the ball game. Lee Stang pitching to Zoyo Versailles. Stang is a grade B pitcher with a Z modifier. We're going to be using the Merino boards today, except we're using the basic letters for the pitcher rating. Here is Versailles. 1-3 is the roll. That's a base on balls to start off today's game. Versailles takes first. He is a fast runner with an E32 steal rating. Here is, let's see, Howard is the catcher. His throwing rating is +2 to his favors to be E30. Very high rating, but the E means he can't steal till there's 2 outs till the 6th inning. There's the pitch to Jimmy Hall. 1-6 is a 28. That's a roller to the shortstop, Petroselli. He throws to first. Versailles goes to second, 1 down. Here is Tony Oliva. 61 is a 40. And that is going to be a fly out to the right fielder, Tony Canigliere. Versailles tags up. He moves to third. There's 2 down. And that brings up first baseman Harman Killebrew. 6-4 is another base on balls. Two walks in the inning by Lee Stang, and the Twins have runners on the corners for Earl Batty, 297 hitter in 1965. Here's the pitch to Earl Batty. 43 is a roller to the pitcher. Throws to first. That completes the inning. We go to the bottom of the first. No score with the Red Sox coming to bat. Jim Perry completes his warm-up tosses. He had an outstanding season in 1965. He was 2.6 ERA and 12-7. Mike Andrews steps into the box for the Red Sox. 24 is a swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 away. Joe Foy steps into the right side of the batter's box. Both teams come into the game with a 1-0 record. Each team has had a bye across the first 2 weeks. Here's a pitch to Joe Foy. 46 is a 27. That's a ground out to the third baseman. That's Rich Rollins, the throw to first, 2 away. Brings up Yastrimsky, American League's most valuable player in 67. 44 homers, 326 average with 121 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Yaz. 45 is a base on balls. Jim Perry working carefully to the Red Sox slugger. Yastrimsky takes first. He is a D22 steal rating. George Scott's the hitter, 303 hitter. 26 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. That completes the Red Sox first. We go to the top of the second. No score. Lee Stang completes his warm-up tosses for the top of the second inning. At the end of the 67 season, manager Dick Williams told Lee Stang that if the Detroit Tigers were to beat the California Angels in Game 2 of their doubleheader, which would put them into a tie with the Twins, that Lee Stang would be the pitcher who would start that one-game playoff for the pennant. Tigers lost, so Stang didn't have to start that game, but he was the chosen starter for the playoff game if that were to happen. Here's Don Minchin. Don Mincher, 41, is a 26. Ground out to second baseman Mike Andrews, and Mincher is the first out of the second inning. Rich Rollins. 3-3 roll for Rollins. That's a base hit for Rich Rollins. Rollins is a R34 stealing. I think the R will prevent him from going. That R means you got to be 5 runs up, 9th inning or later. Could always hit and run. Here is Jerry Kendall, 8th place hitter. Jim Perry's on deck. Here's the pitch to Kendall. That's a 33. 8 against a B is going to be a ground out to third. Rollins goes to second. And that brings up, with 2 outs, Jim Perry. .43 will complete the inning. That's going to be a roller back to the first baseman, who flips to the pitcher covering. 3-1. We go to the bottom of the second. No score. A hometown favorite, Tony Coniglio, steps in the box to begin the Red Sox second. 61 is a ground ball to the third baseman, Rich Rollins. 1 away. Rico Petrocelli. .64 is a 22, fielding column 2, and that is a strikeout. Petrocelli is caught looking, 2 outs. Reggie Smith. Base hit for Smith. He might be a candidate to steal. Let's see. E28. With 2 outs, he could go. If he's thrown out, that would leave a 178 hitter leading off the inning. I think I'll hold. There's a pitch from Perry to Elston Howard. 25 is a 9 against the B. And Ellie Howard gets a single. Puts the runner at second. Smith's at second. Howard's at first. and Lee Stang, the batter. Stang, all these years, has wondered, if he was picked to pitch in the playoff game, if that were to happen, why didn't he get to start a World Series game? He did not get to start a World Series game in '67. Here's the pitch to Lee Stang. 44 is a 21. Stang hits the ball hard to first base. Killebrew bobbles it, and he is going to reach by air, and the bases will be loaded. That brings up Mike Andrews with a golden opportunity. He has 263 hitter in '67. Can Mike Andrews put a quarter in the merry-go-round? Here's the pitch from Jim Perry. 6-2 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. A clutch strikeout by Jim Perry leaves the sacks loaded. We go to the top of the third. Still no score. Top of the Minnesota order to start off the third inning. Lee Stang will pitch to Zoya Versailles, Jimmy Hall, and Tony Oliva. He has allowed 1 hit and 2 walks, but no runs. Here's a pitch to Versailles. 26 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Versailles, the AL 65 MVP, goes back to the dugout as strikeout victim. Here is Jimmy Hall. 20 home runs in '65. He's got some power. 63. 32 is a fly ball deep to right field. Canigliaro is tracking and makes the catch in front of the warning track. 2 away. Tony Oliva swings from the left side. 32 is a 26 ground ball to Mike Andrews at second base. Oliva will be retired, and that's it for the Twins. 1, 2, 3 in the third. We go to the bottom of the third. No score. Joe Foy leads off the last of the third. Red Sox have already stranded 4 runners. 1-1 roll. That's a 4. That's a double for Joe Foy, leading off the last of the third inning. Joe Foy grew up 7 blocks from Yankee Stadium, but he said he was a Dodgers fan in New York. He played a lot of stickball, and eventually was the 1965 minor league player in the Red Sox organization. Here is Carl Yastrimsky with Foy on second. He is a average speed. Here's the pitch to Yaz, if they decide to pitch to him. Tight game, nothing. Not going to put extra runners on. Here's the pitch to Yastrimsky. 3-3 roll, that's a 5. And that's a drive. It might be, it could be, it is out of here. The Red Sox go on the board 2-0. Foy crosses the plate. Yastrimsky crosses. That brings the bat boomer, George Scott. Base is clear. Here's the pitch to Scott. 25 is a 8 against a B. That's going to be a fly ball to center field. And caught there by Jimmy Hall. 1 out. Tony Canigliaro. 42 is a 40. That's a foul ball. 44, base hit for Canigliaro. Tony C is a B16 Steeler. The B means he'll go pretty often, but the 16 is like not a great success rate. Here is Petrocelli. 61 is a ground ball to the pitcher. He throws to the shortstop covering second over to first. It's a 1-6-3 double play. We end the third inning, though, with 2 on the board for the Red Sox. Red Sox on top, 2-0. Harman Killebrew leads off for the Twins in the top of the fourth. He walked his first time up. Here's the pitch to the killer. 26 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away. Here comes Batman Earl Batty. 35 is a 9 against the B. That's going to be a single for Earl Batty. Slow runner at first. Twins will play it safe on the pass, but it brings a potential tying run to the plate and a powerful Don Mincher. 51 is a 9 against the B. That's a single. Runner goes to second. Twins have something cooking on the stove here in the fourth inning. First and second. One down. Rich Rollins. 26 is a 27. And that's a double play ground out to third base. 5-4-3. That gets Lee Stang out of the tight situation. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Boston 2, Minnesota nothing. Let's take a look at the scores around the American League. After 3 innings, New York is tied with the Angels 2-2. The Detroit Tigers hold a 3-2 advantage over the Baltimore Orioles. White Sox have a bye today. Reggie Smith leads off for the Red Sox in the bottom of the fourth inning. 42 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Smith goes back to the dugout, 1 for 2. Elston Howard. 6-1 is a ground ball to third base. Rich Rollins throws to first, 2 down. Here's the pitcher, Lee Stang. 6-6 roll. That's a hit column roll for the pitcher, Stang. And 25 is a double for the pitcher. Lee Stang has run the bases twice. He reached on an error first time up. Error by Harman Killebrew. Here is Mike Andrews. Jim Perry gets the sign. Checks the runner. Here's the pitch to Andrews. 33, that's a base hit. And that will score the pitcher with 2 outs. And the Red Sox go up 3-0. RBI single by Mike Andrews. He came up about the same time Joe Foy did. Here's Joe Foy. 16 is a 28. And that will end the inning. A ground out to shortstop. But the Red Sox tack on 1 more run in the fourth. We go to the top of the fifth. Boston 3, Minnesota nothing. In the fifth, it'll be Kendall, Perry, and Versailles. Lee Stang pitches to Jerry Kendall. 35 is a swing and miss, strike 3. 1 down. Second strikeout for Lee Stang. Here's the pitcher, Jim Perry. That's the third strikeout for Stang. 2 outs. And now the leadoff hitter is Zoyo Versailles. That's going to be a hit, and Versailles will try to steal second. Move to first is 0. Howard's 2. Chances to be safe will be 11 through 56. There goes Versailles. And 15 is the roll. He's going to be safe. Stolen base for Zoyo Versailles. He's in scoring position for Jimmy Hall. .26 is a fly ball to right field. That's the third out. We go to the bottom of the fifth. 3-0. Versailles is stranded at second. All right, Gaylord Perry's brother Jim Perry completes his warm-up tosses for the bottom of the fifth inning. He's going to have to face Carl Yastrimsky. Gaylord Perry was slightly beat out by his brother in 1967. His brother had a 2.61 ERA for the Giants. Jim's was 2.63. Here's a pitch to Carl Yastrimsky. That's a base on balls for Yaz. Yaz has been on base all 3 times, 2 walks and a homer. Let's see what his steal rating is, D22. Perry's move to first is +2. That's to his favor. And Earl Batty is a +6. 8. That totally makes it prohibitive for him to try and steal. All right, here is Jim Scott. 46 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 0 for 3 today for Jim Scott. Here is Tony Conigliaro. 20 home runs in 1967. 2-2 roll, that's a hit column roll for Conigliaro. And 46 is a double. Yaz is fast on first. Nope, he's not. Average speed. All right, so a double. The runner goes to third. You got Conigliaro at second. Yastrimsky at third. Only one out. Rico Petrocelli's the hitter. Twins will play the infield end. There's a pitch to Petrocelli. 43 is a 29. Ground ball back to the pitcher, Perry. The runners will have to hold. Throw to first. 2 outs. Reggie Smith will be walked intentionally to load the bases. And Jim Perry would prefer to pitch to Elston Howard. But that's not going to happen. The Red Sox will send up a pitch hitter. That's going to be Dalton Jones. He'll be pitching for Elston Howard. Okay, and Elston Howard put a quarter in the merry-go-round. Here's the pitch to Ellie Howard, or Dalton Jones. 34 is a fly ball to center field. That's the third out. Go to the top of the 6th inning. Boston 3, Minnesota nothing. That's 2 times the Red Sox have let the bases loaded, and they didn't get anything out of it. The Sporting News Player of the Year for 1965, Tony Oliva, and American League batting champion will lead off the top of the 6th inning from Minnesota. They trail by 3. Here's the pitch from Lee Stang. 6-2 is a swing and a miss, strike 3, and Oliva is 0 for 3 today. Here is Harman Killebrew. 18. That's going to be an error on the shortstop. No, it's not. He's a fielding column 1. It's going to be a single. A single. No, let's see. That's correct. It'll be a single. Ball gets by Petrocelli. Killebrew is on first. Slow runner. They'll play it safe. Here is Earl Batty. 29 is a fielder's choice. 1-6. That retires Killebrew. Batty's a slow runner at first. Play it with 2 outs. They're not going to play it safe. Here's the pitch to Don Mencher. 42 is a 41. Ground ball to third. The runner is out, and he pulls up lame. He is going to be injured. We'll roll on the J2 column for Don Mencher. Injured. 41 is that's 15 games. So Mencher will miss this week's game and next week if the Twins play on the channel. And by the way, I forgot to mention that Mike Ryan was in doing the catching for Elston Howard. But there's 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is still 3-0 Boston. Bob Allison goes into left field to play left field for the Twins. And Lee Stang leads off for the Red Sox in the last of the 6th inning. 52 is a 27. That's a ground ball to third base. And that's Rich Rollins throwing out Lee Stang, 1 down. Mike Andrews. He has struck out twice and singled. 3-3 roll. That's a base hit for Mike Andrews. Brings the bat Joe Foy. Joe Foy, the knock on him when he came up was he was a bit of a roly-poly stature at 6 foot and 210 pounds. And he did battle his weight through his career and sadly died of a heart attack when he was about 45 or 46 years old. Here's the pitch to Joe Foy. 51 is a 9 against a B. That's a base hit for Foy. All right, Jim Perry has pitched in a lot of trouble in this game, and he's got big trouble coming up here. Carl Yastrimsky's due to bat. Manager Sam Mealy will go to the bullpen and bring in Bill Plyce. He is a grade B pitcher, Y modifier. He'll be grade A pitching to Carl Yastrimsky with 1 out and 2 on. Here's the pitch to Yaz. 34 is a 31, and that's going to be a fly out to the center fielder, Jimmy Hall. Runners hold. Now George Scott. Plus, letter grade goes back to B. 65 is a 35. Foul out to the catcher, Earl Batty. That strands 2 more runners. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Red Sox have let a few opportunities go by. They do lead, though, 3-0. We go to the top of the 7th. A check of the American League scoreboard reveals that the 62 Angels lead the Yankees after 6, 4-3, and the Detroit Tigers lead the 66 Orioles after 6 by the score of 5-4. Lee Stang returns to the mound. This is his point of weakness inning. He will have his grade reduced if 3 things bad happen to him from this point forward. And Rich Rollins leads off for the Twins. He'll be followed by Jerry Kendall and the pitcher. Here's the pitch to Rich Rollins. 23 is a 26. Ground ball to second base, taken by Mike Andrews. 1 down. Now here's the Twin second baseman, Jerry Kendall. 6-1 is a fly ball to Tony Conigliere on right field. That's 2 outs. And Sandy Valdespino will come on to hit for the pitcher, Bill Plyce. 51 is a 9. He gets a B. That's a base hit for the pitch hitter, Valdespino. He is a fast runner at first. Stealing is D25. We take 2 off that. D23 would be 11 through 45. He would be safe. I think he'll go. Try to get in scoring position. 14, he is safe. Valdespino steals second. Zoyo Versailles steps into the box. 55 is an 8 against a B. That's going to be an out. 26 is a ground out to second base. 4-3, that ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Lee Stang's shutout is still intact. Red Sox 3 and the Twins nothing. Left-hander Mil Nelson comes on to pitch for the Twins. He is 0-4 with a 4.12 earned run average. Be a C-rated pitcher with no modifiers. Here is Tony Conigliere stepping into the box for the Red Sox. 23 is a 27 ground ball to third, 1 away. Conigliere is 2 for 4 on the day. Rico Petrocelli. 3-3 roll. That's a double for Rico Petrocelli. He is at second, a slow runner. They'll play it safe. Reggie Smith, the batter. 35 is a 40. Fly out to right field. Smith is out. If the runner was fast, he would be able to tag up and go to third, but we're playing it safe, so he stays. And if we weren't playing it safe, he would have been thrown out at third trying to go to third. So Smith is out. That's 2 down. Mike Ryan, who came in to replace Ellie Howard when Howard was pinch hit for. 21 is a strikeout. We go to the 8th inning. Red Sox 3, Twins nothing. Lee Stang has had one bad thing happen to him. He's got 2 more chips left before his grade level goes down. Jimmy Hall leads off the 8th for the Twins. Twins are down by 3, only 6 outs to work with. Here's the pitch. 32 is a 26. Ground ball to second base. Jerry Kendall is up with it and makes the play. Only it's not Jerry Kendall, it's Mike Andrews. I do that pretty much once a day. Get somebody up off a bench to make an amazing defensive play. Here's Tony Oliva. 1-3 is a walk. Oliva's fast at first. Harman Killebrew. That's two bad things against Stan. 31 is a 9. That's going to be a single for Killebrew. Oliva goes to second. Killebrew is 2 for 3 on the day. And Lee Stang's pitching letter goes down to grade C. All right, Manager Dick Williams will call on Sparky Lyle to come in and put out the fire. He is a grade B pitcher, XY modifiers. He'll be grade A for 1 batter, pitching to Earl Batty because of same-sidedness. Twins have Killebrew at first. They'll play it safe with him on the base paths. Tony Oliva at second. And the tie-in run, potential tie-in run coming to bat in Earl Batty. 51 is at 8 against an A. That is a 33. Pop out to the shortstop, Rico Petrocelli. So a big out there. There's 2 outs. Here is Bob Allison, who went in for the injured Don Mencher. Bob Allison had a miserable tournament when he played with the Twins. Let's see if he can break that spell and do something here. Here's the pitch to Bob Allison. 1-3 is a 14. That's a base on balls. Bases are loaded for Rich Rollins. And Dick Williams pops out of the dugout. He is going to go get Sparky Lyle and bring in John Wyatt. He is a grade B pitcher, Y modifier. He'll be a grade A pitcher, pitching to Rich Rollins, same-sidedness. There's 2 outs. Can Rich Rollins get the Twins back into the game? Here's the pitch to Rich Rollins from John Wyatt. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field, and that will end the inning, and the Twins will strand the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Boston 3, Minnesota nothing. Johnny Clipstein will pitch the bottom of the 8th inning for the Twins, and John Wyatt will stay in the game and hit for himself to lead off the last of 8th for the Red Sox. They're up by 3 runs. Here's a pitch to John Wyatt, 33. That's an 8 against an A, and that's going to be an out. Fly ball to center field, 1 out. Top of the order for Boston and Mike Andrews. That is a fly ball to center field as well. 2 outs, 2 fly outs to Jimmy Hall. Here's Joe Foy. And 43 is a ground ball back to Clipstein. Throw to first. 3 outs for the Twins in the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th. 3 outs for the Red Sox in the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th. Boston 3 and Minnesota nothing. All right, the Twins are down to 3 outs, and Jerry Kendall will lead off the top of the 9th inning. He'll be followed by a pitch hitter, and then the top of the order. John Wyatt is back on the pitch the 9th. Here's the right-hander's windup, and the pitch to Jerry Kendall, 52, is a 27 ground out to third base. Rich Rollins makes that play, 1 down. Pitch hitter for the Twins will be Rich Reese, 286 hitter, limited number of at-bats. 45 is a walk. Reese's average speed at first. Here is Zola Versailles. 24 is going to be a ground ball to third base. Rich Rollins is up with it. He throws to second. Over to first. 5, 4, 3, double play. That's the end of the ball game. Boston 3 and Minnesota nothing. We'll be back with the wrap-up. It was all one base at a time today for the Minnesota Twins. They got 7 hits. No runs on 7 hits and 1 error. All their hits were singles. They did get 5 walks. Stole a couple bases, or at least, yeah, they stole 2 bases. But no extra base hits. Lee Stang brought good stuff to the ballpark today and held them to no runs. Boston had 3 hits, 3 runs on 11 hits, and no errors. Home runs in the game by Carl Yastrimsky, a 2-run homer in the 3rd inning. And that brings me to your star of the game. That will be Lee Stang. Lee Stang is the star of the game, pitching a shutout and moving the Boston Red Sox record to 2-0. The Twins are now 1-1. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. In the American League, the Los Angeles Angels topped the New York Yankees 6-4. Los Angeles goes to 3-0 on the season. New York is 1-2. And the Detroit Tigers beat the 66 Orioles in extra innings 6-5. And both of those teams are 1-2. Hope you enjoyed the game today. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and God bless.